Chapter 6, the mansion. We're back in the mansion. Installed in the cellar. He met Dr. Colden. Wandering through the corridors, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. He accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the functions. Why would we use the mansion when we, like, they use, what is this? Oh, bro. It can see me. That's its eyeball. Why is it looking at me?
Who goes there?
He specifically said don't let it
That
see you.
nightmare again.
And now it's
I
on.
need a drink.
They opened all the windows. Okay. Well, let's upgrade the trauma going on. We have 4 points. Okay, it didn't save that one. So we could use... I feel like investigation is the best way to go. It's also the cheapest. Silas, apparently, is the guy. And that's Charles Hawkins. Mary Colden, she's helping. Poor Francis. Francis, not happy. His mansion. Tunnels under Hawkins' mansion. The Cellars of Riverside Institute. And then Sleeping Cultist. Ceremonial Circle. We're finding stuff. We got all these clues. Chapter 1 clues. Chapter 2. Hawkins' warehouse is... In Chapter 3, we've got all this stuff. Chapter 3 was big on the lore. Chapter 4. Chapter 5. Chapter 4 was low on the lore. And then still got our lantern. How does it say? Oh, we got all this knowledge stuff. So we got more books. Very cool. So apparently they're here. Where are they? What are they talking about? They've cleaned up the place. Can we leave? Can we go through the door?
No. I want to know what Bradley
No.
and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
Obviously, I'm
How
awake.
do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Alright, what's going
How's
on,
our
Mr.
fugitive?
Bradley?
Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
I feel like I'm not
Bradley?
supposed to be standing here.
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
Yes.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway,
Hmm.
let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake
So
his
he's
own
in
death?
on it.
Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
the rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
Gotta be
His
his.
father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Very
Yes.
interesting.
And as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
So they
I
saw
know the
something
risks. I don't fear him.
on the
Do you wish to know
voyage.
anything else?
I want to do the
Saw
cult
people
one.
in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual.
Why
One
does
of
he
the
speak so
entryways was onto
vaguely?
Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain.
What does she
couldn't
do
bear it. I
exactly?
was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute.
Oh.
Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Francis Sanders.
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Better.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation
Correct.
for what I saw,
I was on drugs.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find
That
a link
affected my
between her
destiny, bro.
husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Just like drinking did.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Bro, why does he look like that?
Let us go now and learn the truth of...
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
We gotta talk to, what do you mean talk to Sanders' widow? Where's out? Leave. Chapter 6. The Sanders residence. So we're talking to Francis Sanders, who died. She's gonna have something. Oh, this is like a museum. They're not just an art collector.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well,
Who's-
look who's here.
Oh, she's here. Why is she here?
You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Yeah, it does.
Well, since
Let's
this
go.
business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Carry
Very
on with
well, Miss
what?
Baker.
What are they doing?
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
So the plan is to not... Oh my gosh.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
Bro was obsessed.
Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Let's use some
What
psychology
happened
here.
to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind
That
words.
affected my destiny. So much is
Nobody
affecting my
in that
destiny now.
hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
We're
Mrs.
testing
Sanders,
eloquence.
I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident?
No, it was not.
This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You, too, would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Ooh, I
I
want to know.
deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of
Oh,
your
do we look
visit,
at the painting or not?
because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders.
Yeah, I feel like we
I
have
won't
to.
be long.
We gotta know if there's more.
Did she really care for him after all?
Acknowledge receipt. I'm sorry, I didn't find me, I kinda agree. Dr. Fowler won't do it?
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Why is she so angry? Wait, hold on. You can play the piano. That's fun. What's this? More medicine. Bro, we're gonna be so good at medicine. So we want more investigation. Now we are great at investigating. What else is here? Some spooky paintings, man. This place is for sure a spooky. What's in here? Of course, she locks all of her doors in her house. What else we got? We got just some forest vibes. Oh my god, why would she lock all the doors? That's cool. It's like a house or a castle.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Oh, what? I need to find a phonograph? Of course, there's one right here. There's literally... So these are kind of... That's the same painting as in the other room. That's a rock. That's a rock. So we still have a reconstruction. Let's see what this does.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
That's freaky.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
So yes, that's the gallery. That's locked as well. So let's do the reconstruction. What happened in here? Very interesting.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
At least friends.
A house of artists. A house of artists.
Okay, okay.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
So she knew that the painting was probably bad. She sold it anyways. It must have been a lot of money.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Clearly.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Yes, I do. She won't even go in the gallery. If I see the painting and it hurts me, that's might not be good. I guess, do I have a choice?
I could use one of those.
So, more sleeping pills. The whale and the cod.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Ooh. So something's tied to...
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. Ooh, so...
Strange. For months,
I beg you
Sarah
to give up all
Hawkins
hope of
refused
ever
to
owning
part
this
with her
cursed
painting,
painting.
to finally give it away for nothing.
If our friendship has any, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. So she was like, please give it a rest. Is this the gallery? Clearly. Okay. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous unknown creatures. So our occultism is leveling up. And our sanity is going down.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others.
Why is he so
What have
edgy?
you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie.
Oh.
Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Honestly,
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
secret book. Secret medicine book. So that's the gallery. I want to go into her other rooms. She's got other rooms back here. What are they? Just locked. Okay, I give up. We're going to look at the Shambler. Okay, okay. Why is this here? Don't just put this here. Dog, why is that there? Okay, we have grumpy fish. Ancient tablets. Okay. What is this? Green and white. So this is like an ancient Egyptian sphinx with a skull head. It's like a Death Eater. Bro just said, So that looks like the other picture. This guy's a mummy. He's holding some dirt.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Pre-Columbian times. So that looks like the Wand of Tentacles from D&D. Some more. Oh, I like that. That's a cool little face. So these are like Native American artifacts. Very cool. Okay, well the Shambler's over there. We got some shapes. That one's kind of cool. It's like a spaceship. We got another...
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Oh, that's cool on the ceiling. Is that a painting as well? We got the Sphinx round 2 here. People floating through space. Oh! The people are rising into the sky. Where the great... This is like a continuation of the painting before. There's a man. He's very concerned.
The public entrance to the gallery.
So the public was allowed in here. Oh. Squid lady. Lots of squid. Who is that? Do we know who this is? Inhabitants? It might be Charles Hawkins. That could be Silas as well. Who knows? Maybe it's his dad. Very strange paintings going on here. What's this?
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Well, they all look like little tentacles. I'll say that. Ooh, big tablets with big words. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a griffin with a little spooky mouth. Why is the tablet in the stone? It's like a museum piece. We have the scarab, which is Egyptian, first of all. And then another bug, and then another knife. So something happened in Egypt, too, probably, when he was visiting Egypt. Because there's a lot of this Egyptian stuff. That doesn't look like a friendly creature. And that's the same painting, but green. Why do we have to hide? Why did my lantern just fill up? The lights are gonna turn off, and we're gonna have to run away. I am utterly terrified of what's about to happen. So we got baby Elvis. We got big head, big face. Little skeleton singing. More island images over here. Some people looking at the spikes. And that's a bear. Big bear. Bear man. Very cool. And then we have another skeleton singing, just as a bigger version. And... okay. That fills our thing. Do I want to look at the Shambler? Because I feel like if I look at the Shambler, we're going to be attacked. Because this place is ready to be attacked. I'm going to want to gouge out my eyes. Alright, I guess we look at it, right? Of course there's a cutscene. It's not even that impressive, it's just kind of green. And there's clearly like a humanoid figure. I knew it! Bros, is he coming out of the painting? Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Oh, there he is! There's the dimensional Shambler. Does it have wings? It doesn't have eyes. This is the worst thing that could have possibly happened.
What the hell was that?
Why did I look at the freaking book? I could have just been an investigator. Oh. Okay, it's gonna kill me. Okay. Oh, what? What am I supposed to do? Oh, what am I supposed to do in that situation? I mean, it's the dimensional shambler. It just crawls out of the freaking painting, and then he attacks me immediately. I can't look at him. I can't exist. All I did was peek. Oh boy.
What the hell was that?
Okay. Where do we want to go? We want to go over there. Hide. Is he coming? Oh, there he is. He's coming. He's coming to look at me. Okay, how do we get out?
I can't even touch it.
Hide again. Hide again! I hate this game. What? I was hiding, bro. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, I need to I don't know how to escape. I am terrified now. Bro, what do you do? What do you do in that situation? No idea what I'm supposed to do. But alright. Instead of going away, I want to go...
What the hell was that?
We're going to try to go so I see something.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Okay. What's on the back? Nothing. So we need the twisty dagger. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one.
Damn. Did it hear that?
Pick it up.
This dagger looks different.
Of course it does. Take
Maybe
this one.
I can use this dagger.
Bro, where are you at? Oh, he killed me immediately. Okay. So that wasn't the dagger? Which dagger is it? Does it change?
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection,
Okay.
or was he seeking to acquire it?
Let me find the dagger. Apparently it's really slow. Where is the dagger? Is it this one? No. It's not that one. It is 2 strands. Okay, hold on. We're gonna look at the picture again. Is it a clue? We can't look. Okay, yeah, it's a clue. So it's bony, it's got spikes, and it's got two tentacles. Shit. I didn't know he was gonna be right there. Oh. Where is it? Where is this dagger? I'm so tired of this. Bro,
Is this
stay
dagger
away from
part
me.
of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to?
We're gonna hide. Bro's gonna kill me. Okay. Run! I think it's this one.
Damn.
No, it's this one. No! Crap! So it's that one. It's that corner. It's the same dagger every time. Ugh. So we need to somehow make it to that corner with the dagger, and then make it to the painting. And then it'll be over. What does this have to do with Cthulhu? That's what I don't understand.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
We'll run this way. His bros. Hide. Bro, what? I don't even know if it's chasing me. I don't even know if it's coming after me. Oh, why is it the worst thing ever? It's not even like a little scary, it's just the worst scary. Okay, so we don't know where he is. We're just gonna go this way. We found it. We got it.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Why is it right there? Yeah, we beat it. And now it's just gonna dimensionally dissolve. What does this have to do with Cthulhu, bro? Why is it like... There, it's gone. Bro, you're dead. You're dead. I'll stab you. I have strength. I have the strength build. So do all of our paintings do that? Or is it just the Shambler? Ooh, what's happening in my hand, bro? Am I going into painting now?
What's the matter with you?
You're telling me you didn't see the Shambler, bro?
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
Bro, you didn't see the Shambler?
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an
What do you
inch
mean you
putting
didn't see the
dagger through your
Shambler?
forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
She
What
doesn't
are you
believe in
talking
this.
about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew about it?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll
Algernon
tell you all
Drake.
about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Oh, bro.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Alright, alright. Yeah. I'm gonna storm off because what the heck? Is anyone my friend? What is she upset about? And that's chapter 6. Holy crap. The scariest freaking thing ever. Yeah, the Shambler was more than a painting, no kidding.